Hey there, welcome. This is Wildreader's thoughts, comments, reaction and recommendation corner of manhwa stories. I always crave for a good time traveling plot in a manhwa, and here are some I have read and maybe you will enjoy too. From now on, romance. Sisters Ju-eun and Hai-jin lived a miserable life. After the death of their mother, their father, who had always been absent from their lives, suddenly appeared. Hai-jin, the older sister, agreed to his suggestion. If one of them joins the Daesung group, he will rescue them from their poverty-stricken life. However, 3 years after entering Daesung group, she dies in vain. 7 years later, Kala Maharani is an ordinary girl who's always restrained by her father. One day, she chose to run away from home to celebrate the New Year 2014 in Bali. But who would have thought that she drowned in the sea and was saved by her friend who told her 7 years have passed. This is so interesting and complicated. But it's a really good read. The plot and art are gorgeous. I only came to find my dad. Despite not having a father, Louisa lived happily with her mother nonetheless. Then, one day, that happy life ended along with her mother's death. Louisa returned to the year her mother died. The joy of meeting her mother again soon vanished, as she couldn't prevent her mother from dying again. So, she eventually left to find her father. The villainess wears an idiot's mask. A magician pretending to be a fool in order to get revenge. On the day of her unwanted wedding, Winsty awakens as a magician after being brought back to life from being poisoned. In order to stop the constant attacks from her cousin who wants to be the head of the family and has done evil against Winsty and her parents, Winsty enters into a contractual relationship with a duke from a rival family. Such beautiful art for such a generic story. As painful as it is to read, the art manages to get me through every chapter. Sierra. The price for a love that should not be paid was terrible ruin. Sierra prays that she has lost everything she treasured. Please, let me make a different choice this time. Time rewinds like that, and Sierra is once again faced with a choice. The Tyrant's Comfort Doll. Legend has it that a man with black hair and red eyes will bring ruin to Den Elder's royal family. Because he was born with these features, Raiden is shunned by the palace as the Cursed One. When the vengeful prince stages a bloody coup d'etat years later, the powerless youngest princess, Setz, also dies by his sword. Little does Setz know that she's about to wake up in her body 5 years in the past. The title is weird, but the story's actually pretty decent, so go on and read it. No more turning a blind eye. Ophelia Heavenwalker dies a pitiful death, succumbing to a mysterious illness at the exact moment she witnesses her husband's infidelity. So when fate gives her a chance to redo the last 3 years of her life, she decides she's done being a doormat. She's taking back her name, taking back her estate, and taking back her life. The Queen is busy. Orphaned and living in a monastery, Elisha de Lauer was content and happy. That was until the Descartiers, known for having magical abilities, came to find her. This snake-filled family forces Elisha into a slave contract with their eyes on inheriting her many assets. After years of servitude to the Descartiers, Elisha meets a gruesome end at the hands of her captors. That would have been the end of her tale, but as she closed her eyes to die, she awoke again in her own past as if nothing had ever happened. With this second chance, she vows revenge on the Descartiers and finds the perfect accomplice in rumored maniac, Lucerne de Caillas. Lucerne, an outcast member of the Descartier family, has also sworn revenge on them. Honey, I'm going on a strike. Cassia Ruberno, Countess of the Simone Empire, marries Zester Greze, a commoner war hero, at the order of the Emperor. After living for 10 years with no love or money, she dies of an incurable disease. She thought that she was dead, but no. At the same time as his death, Cassia returns to the first day she met him, 10 years ago. I like a story about a woman learning to put herself first. I like the fact that she takes the chance to do everything different. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to see more of my recommendations.